Let's raise the big questions then tonight. It is government versus opposition in the Lok Sabha. Have the relations reached the point of no return with this no trust motion being moved against the Lok Sabha Speaker? Has the opposition lost total faith in Speaker Om Birla? Has the Speaker failed to be a neutral umpire? What is the objective of this no trust motion? Will this further vitiate government opposition ties? Joining me now, JB Mathur. She is a Rajya Sabha MP of the Congress Party. Aparajita Sarangi is a senior MP of the BJP in the Lok Sabha. Rajat Sethi, a political analyst who's worked closely with the BJP, and Ashutosh, political analyst who was, of course, with Aam Aadmi Party earlier. I appreciate all of you joining us. I want to get initial remarks from each and every one of you. First to you, JB Mathur. Why has the opposition chosen this moment to move a no trust motion? Is it specifically because Rahul Gandhi was not allowed to speak, or has it been building up over the last several months?
How long will we take this injustice? How long will we suffer? How long will we keep silent? How long can we just take all the dictatorial attitude of the government? The speaker, who is supposed to be an umpire, who is supposed to play a neutral role, who is supposed to give opportunities to both sides, both the opposition and the treasury benches, if the speaker acts in a totally one-sided manner. The mics are being off of the opposition, where the treasury benches, the ministers, the home minister or any other minister, they can speak for any time at any moment and they get the opportunity. But for serious national importance that matters to the country, when Rahul Gandhi, the opposition leader, tries to make an attempt, no, it's denied. Opportunity is denied. Mic is turned off. Then this has been going on for a while. So a moment has come. We have to take action, and this is the moment.
Ms. Mathur, it seems though you're saying this, but the truth of the matter is, was Rahul Gandhi being, the Speaker says, under the rules of the House, he has the authority to decide who should speak. That is his authority. That is his prerogative. Rahul Gandhi has challenged that. I want to understand, are you challenging in a way the Speaker's authority to decide the fact that Rahul Gandhi cannot speak on General Narawane's memoir? Are you challenging his authority, which he has got, like it or not, under the rules of the House?
Prerogative, the rules, there has to be neutrality in it. It is not, why do we question? We question it, see, then the rules should be equal for the opposition and also for the treasury benches. There cannot be different rules for opposition. There cannot be a different rule for treasury benches. Anybody can stand up and say anything about our former prime ministers of Congress. Anybody can go to any extent. Then all that is allowed. Mic will continuously be on. But when it comes to opposition, there's total dictatorial attitude by the speaker. And then coming to your question again, the prerogative, how judiciously it is used is something displayed, shown is something which is nothing, anything under the sun is not under any cover. We have the right to question it. If the prerogative is not performed judiciously, if the duty of being an umpire is not performed judiciously, we have every right to question, and that is what the opposition is doing.
Says that he asked the Prime Minister not to speak because he feared that there would be a physical attack on the Prime Minister by the women MPs. Now, when you make such a statement, naturally it's going to raise the hackles. Are you seriously telling me that the Speaker was trying to prevent, feared a physical attack by these MPs? Isn't the speaker also now being seen as his master's voice? He speaks what the government wants him to speak. Very serious allegation to suggest that women MPs were going to physically attack the Prime Minister. Then he allows Nishikant Dubey, a BJP MP, to say whatever he wants about Jawaharlal Nehru. No one expunges those remarks initially, but Rahul Gandhi stopped. So the double standards of the speaker, ma'am, seem to be exposed also.
Am I supposed to answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, a very good evening. Whatever the allegations against Honorable Speaker Shri Om Birla ji are far from the truth. Now let me tell you that all of us are supposed to act in accordance with the rules of procedure and conduct of business in the Lok Sabha. Nobody is above the rules of the Lok Sabha. We may like it, we may not like it, but we have to accept it. The dignity and decorum of the House have to be upheld, whosoever he or she may be. Now, our conduct, our behavior should be befitting parliamentarians. I think talking about this is like showing light to the sun. All of us are aware of this. Now, having said all this, let me tell you that the Speaker acted in line with Rule 349 and in line with Rule 353 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in the Lok Sabha. Now the point is, we were all discussing the motion of thanks on the presidential address, and the leader of opposition wanted to talk about something not connected with the business of the House at that point of time. And I just request my counterpart from the Congress to read rule number 349. It says that no material, no newspaper can be read out if the issue so raised through such reading is not connected with the business of the House. So I think we all must understand that
So how was Nishikant Dubey, Miss Aparajita Sarangi, Mr. Aparajita Sarangi, how was Nishikant Dubey of the BJP allowed? Miss Aparajita Sarangi, how was Nishikant Dubey, BJP MP, allowed to read chapter and verse from books, many of which how was he allowed to do it? And how was it that the speaker should virtually suggest that women MPs were going to physically assault the Prime Minister? As a woman MP, how can you accept such a charge?
Can I come in? There is no denying the fact that whatever Nishikant Dubey did was not right, and for that matter, the person in the chair, Mr. Tenety, the then chair, in fact reprimanded him, kept on telling him that the speaker under Rule 353 has already given a ruling that those books cannot be shown. So, you know, whatever, and he please go back to the video and see what Mr. Tenety did at that point of time. So I think that satisfies you. Despite that, Mr. Dubey kept on doing that I fully endorse, fully understand it was not right. I entirely agree. However, the next thing I must say regarding the women parliamentarians from the Congress, I tell you, I'm a second-time parliamentarian. I was sitting very close to the seat of Honorable Prime Minister among the Treasury benches. And suddenly these women from the side of the opposition come across to the side, to the well of the House, which is near the seat of the Prime Minister. And the path that Honorable Prime Minister takes every day to reach his seat was blocked by my esteemed colleagues, my women MPs from the Congress. We were all aghast. There was no need, and they were carrying a huge banner, and they came and surrounded the seat. Had they been with that banner on their side of the well of the House, there would have been no problem. But then, you know, in such a situation, you try to understand the Prime Minister of the country has to walk in to his seat. When he comes, all of us leave that path because, you know, he should be coming and smoothly should come and sit there now. Now here, the Lok Sabha Speaker is the custodian of the House. When we are derelict in our duty, when we are not on the right track, our behavior is not in consonance with the rules of procedure, he reprimands us. I'm talking of people from the NDA. He reprimands us. So many times he has done that. So he is duty bound to do that. Right. He is duty bound to say that it is the security of the Prime Minister. Anything could have happened. Any unruly incident could have happened. Any unpleasant thing could have happened. Some jostling could have happened.
Any apprehension.
At that time we need to be prudent. He was just prudent.
Ma'am, Ma'am, yeah, ma'am, these are apprehensions. I'm very happy
Yes,
at least that you
please.
have admitted that Nishikant Dube's behavior was out of line. Let us be very clear. Nishikant
I
Dube
agree.
would
Yes,
not
I
have said
entirely
what he
agree.
had
Yes.
said unless your own party leadership had told him to. He hasn't acted on his own, and the speaker should have acted far more sternly against him
No, the
and
chair
ensured that
was
his mic was
constantly
switched off
telling him
when he
not
was
to do
making
that.
those defamatory remarks. Yeah, but you see, with Rahul Gandhi,
The chair was constantly telling that he should
with
not be
Rahul
doing
Gandhi,
that.
there was absolute. Yeah, well, he continued, and many believe he was continuing on behalf of the government. But let me bring in Ashutosh and Rajat Sethi for a moment. Ashutosh, here is the debate over the Lok Sabha Speaker now. No confidence motion. We've seen a no confidence motion in a previous session against a Vice President. Now we are seeing it against Lok Sabha Speaker. It seems that essentially the opposition is simply unwilling now to accept that the government has the numbers, and therefore the government more often than not will get its way. And the speaker and the vice chairperson of the Rajya Sabha often are accused of acting, or the chairperson on government's, the government is running the show. Is part of the problem a lack of trust or an element of frustration?
No, Rajdeep, the most important thing is speaker behaving like in a bipartisan manner? Is he neutral, or is he behaving like a government spokesperson? That's a fundamental issue. I was told, and I know this, that the speaker is a final word in the parliament. He's a final word. But this finality is determined by the reasonable restriction. He's constrained by neutrality. If the speaker is not neutral, if the speaker is seen to be playing for the government, then obviously opposition has every right to came out with these kind of no confidence notice. It is nothing new. This is coming for the fourth time in the Lok Sabha, so speaker should not worry about it because numbers are there. What I'm aghast to say this, that this is happening and all kind of absurd allegations are leveled against the women MPs. The cabinet minister is saying that the prime minister is not safe because there might have been attack on him. It's like a danger to his life. Another one is saying कि औरतें उनको दांत काट लेती. Just imagine. But these are they out of their mind or what? And if the speaker had the intelligence, has the information that the prime minister was to be attacked physically and his life was in danger, then why by now these women MPs are not taken to the task? Why they are not arrested? Why FIR is not filed? Why inquiry has not been ordered? And why somebody who's in charge of the prime minister's security has not resigned by now? See, we are talking about the security of the prime minister. And is it such a casual thing that the same women MPs are still sitting in the house? They could have been dangerous not only for the prime minister, but maybe to somebody else. Are we out of our mind making these kind of charges, scandalous things?
No, 1 minute. So, beyond the charges, of course, Rajat Sethi, another institution is being weakened. Like it or not, this is not the first time no confidence motions have been moved, but there's a sense now that every institution is being hijacked by those in power. The vice president, a session or two ago, abruptly resigns. Nobody knows till today the real reason behind Jagdeep Dhankar's resignation. Many believe that the government was dissatisfied with him overnight. Now we've got the Lok Sabha Speaker, the opposition has moved a no trust motion against him. So there seems to be those in high constitutional bodies are increasingly finding themselves reduced to either you toe the line of the government of the day, or anything can happen, and therefore the opposition is justified in saying you're not a neutral umpire.
Well, Rajdeep ji, you have had an illustrious career of 3-4 decades doing reporting from Parliament. You don't have to go that far, but just pick up when Meera Kumar was the speaker in the last during the UPA 2 era. You will note several instances when Meera Kumar ji was supposed to be quote unquote neutral, and what did she do? We all remember the 2011 anti-corruption debate that was happening. What was her role? She continuously ensured that no discussion, no debate happened, in spite of the fact that adjournment motions were filed and moved by the NDA. And still those duly approved and signed adjournment motions were not even tabled in the parliament. You remember what happened during the Colgate scam in 2012? What was her behavior during that time? There are many, many instances. Look at the Telangana creation issue.
But that is
the way it was
whataboutry, Rajat.
dragged
With
out.
due regard, that is whataboutery. Rajat
No,
Sethi,
it's
that is
not
whataboutery. That is
No,
whataboutery.
let me tell you.
I mean, it does
Not
not
at all.
justify how you're saying because Congress did it, therefore Om Birla can get away.
No, I'm just saying that the nature of a speaker always is a representative when he's getting elected. That's how the nature is. You're not appointing somebody who is a complete neutral politically speaking. He has come out and got elected. So has the Congress speakers in the past also gotten elected and have become the speaker, and they've been the custodians. There is bound to be a degrees of biases, because these are at the end of the day politicians. All I'm saying is that if he is quoting certain rules, did the leader of the opposition, did he flout those business rules or not? If yes, the answer is yes. 100% action should have been taken and the LOP should have been stopped from speaking, and that is what happened. Now, what do you anticipate? Should the speaker go out and allow open flouting of the rules? Then how is he the custodian? How does he have the moral authority to continue in the chair? He cannot allow that. And then the business advisory committees already decide on what all is going to be discussed, what are other, these are like the broad arrangements which the parliamentaries sign on to. They have to adhere to that. You can't create a fish market out of there. You tell me, when was it, which Congress party speaker ever allowed taking posters of this size in the well of the house? Was it the norm? Was it allowed? It was never allowed. These are some of the basic decencies that we expect from a parliamentarians. Have they exhibited that decency so far? So you can start taking a moral position and suddenly start telling that the Speaker House has to be neutral. It doesn't work like that. It's not a one-way street.
Okay. Ashutosh, you want to respond? The point that Rajat Sethi is making, that the opposition in a way is creating particularly the Congress is creating an anarchic situation. It's creating a situation of my way or the highway. Rahul Gandhi not allowed to speak, we will disrupt the house.
See, Rajdeep, I just want to remind my dear friend Rajat Sethi, in 2014, Prime Minister Manmohan Singh was standing there. He was gherraud by several MPs. The paper was thrown on him. Posters were over there. Just 2014, just before the elections. So don't come with this sermon that it has never happened. The speaker has never allowed. This kind of sermonization has to stop. The fact of the matter is the speaker is hugely partisan. A BJP MP was allowed to character assassinate our prime ministers. This is not defamatory. I think by now that member of parliament should have been sacked from the BJP, should have been disciplined. Nothing happened.
Okay, I've heard all sides to the story. As I said, I will give a final word to my two political MPs. Quick 30. Yeah, it is whataboutery. It is, no, look, whatever it is, the fact is you are expected to maintain the highest standards. Our first speaker, G.V. Mavlankar, maintained the highest standards. I don't care what Congress speakers did 30 years ago. I want to know what the present speaker is doing to ensure the dignity of the office. He comes and gives a free pass to the government and does not do so for the opposition. That's the question that is being raised. But JB Mathur, very quickly, you are being accused of spreading anarchy. That Rahul Gandhi wants my way or the highway is his attitude to parliament. How do you quickly respond to that?
BJP has no moral right to take lessons on how to conduct house, how to behave in the house, because country has seen it in 2011, in 2012, in 2014, and we have on record Sushma Swaraj's statements, Arun Jaitley's statement on what they think the need for disruption is when the issue is of that grave nature. And now they are taking lessons to us. And also we should remember what kind of in the midnight hour, how the Prime Minister has compromised with US. And also, it is also pertinent to note one monitoring committee is sitting in Washington and looking at our actions. I am not bringing a different topic, but I wish to say that this kind of taking lessons by the BJP
a different topic now. No, madam, you are bringing a different topic.
We will. No, let me assertively say that this kind of behavior is not accepted. We need justice. We have the right to speak. Opposition leaders should be allowed to speak. And also our women MPs are very strong, very bold. They are from humble backgrounds who have come a long way. And they are being stated like this. That is just not acceptable. And what the figment of imagination of the BJP
you made your point. You made, madam, I've heard your point.
Did the Prime Minister, did anyone ever attack Prime Minister? Have you ever shown any signs of attacking the Prime Minister? They just assume
I've heard
things
you.
which actually
that nothing
I've heard
has happened. You, ma'am. You made your point. Can we have the void lowered? I will give Aparajita.
That he got so scared.
Madam, all these 56 inch and all, but Aparajita Sarangi, don't you think that in a it's the treasury benches that have to make the first move? Why can't the parliamentary affairs minister call a meeting between, or the Lok Sabha speaker call a meeting between Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi? The Prime Minister himself rarely attends parliament. These are the problems. How do you build trust unless the two sides talk to each other? Very quickly.
So, three clear issues. One, we strongly condemn the behavior of the opposition, especially the Congress. The other day, Rahul Gandhi ji stood up and said, I am the LOP, do you think I need permission? When Prime Minister gets up, he seeks permission from the chair, whosoever she or he may be. The LOP saying this smacks of his arrogance, his adamant behavior, and maybe his lack of knowledge of the rules of procedure. This is one part. So, there is absolutely no condoning the behavior of the leader of opposition and the team and the women MPs who crossed over from that side to this side to the Prime Minister's seat and blocked the path. There was no reason. Nobody can justify. I mean, whosoever he or she may be, nobody can justify that behavior of the women parliamentarians from the Congress. Now, number two, as far as Honorable Shri Om Birla ji is concerned, he is a second-time speaker, and no confidence motion has been brought against him. Nothing can be more ridiculous than this, because we know what's going to happen. In pursuance of Article 96 of the Constitution of India, he has decided to step out. He will not be entering the Lok Sabha till 9th March or whichever date we discuss the no confidence motion. And you know and I know what's going to happen. It will fall flat because they don't have the numbers. Knowing fully well they don't have the numbers, they have brought it.
You know, it's not about numbers, ma'am. You did not.
So that is the whole issue. And
what stopped the speaker from bringing Narendra? Ma'am, I am not saying you don't have the numbers, but the speaker could have brought, at least made an effort to get Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi into a room. But the sad truth, and I want to say this as my take at the end, the sad truth is we have a situation today of a complete breakdown in trust.
Rajdeep,
that's the reality at the moment. In that, a democracy works where the... Yes, ma'am, a democracy... Yes, only 30 seconds, ma'am. Do finish.
Yeah. I just want to say, for the first day when everything started, the logjam took place, 40 minutes we waited for the leader of opposition to stand up and speak on the business of the House, and that was motion of thanks. He did not. 40 minutes we waited. So please don't say that our Honorable Speaker had partisan approach and he did not allow him to speak, did not give the opportunity to speak. This is absolutely far from the truth.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. As you can see, there is a serious lack of trust on both sides. And a democracy works when you respect the opposition and the opposition respects whoever has been elected to power. That mutual respect has broken down in our system, and unfortunately constitutional figures have as a result often become rubber stamps of those in power. Think about it.